His MVP. Golds one, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. One swing. Drive. It's tied. Corey Seager smashes the ball down the line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. Gone again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Texas Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Late night, coming at you after an 8-5 Texas Rangers victory over the Athletics. About to say Oakland Athletics, caught myself there for a second. Rangers scored their most runs of the season, grand total of 8. Rangers, to this point, were the only ball club in Major League Baseball that had not scored 7 runs or more in a game. Hard to believe, crazy stat, but I can't say I was shocked hearing it. And you know what? What a great night for the Rangers to get back on track. Obviously, let's cut right to the chase. The Corey Seager injury is concerning. It's concerning. But I will say this. Throughout the show, I would say the last 3 months, I feel like we always kind of had this in the back of our mind. I know there's going to be a lot of panic in Rangers Nation with the Corey Seager news, and hopefully it's only maybe a week, maybe it's a 2-week injury, but we all kind of expected this out of Corey Seager. I think I had said multiple times, we're probably not going to see Corey Seager play more than 125 games. And here we are. It didn't take too long. It took a few weeks. And I don't want to be negative about Corey. I think we kind of know it comes with the territory. Corey, at this point, is just not a guy that's going to give you 160, 155, 150. Corey's a guy that's probably on a really, really good year going to give you a $140. And in a normal year, I mean, kind of routine, 125. So I can't say that this is totally unexpected. It sucks. Clearly, we don't want to see Corey Seager injured. But I think all of us would kind of be lying to ourselves a little bit if we didn't admit that this isn't out of left field. Corey Seager is a guy that eventually at some point in the season does get hurt. And I think the Rangers are built to overcome what they're going to lose with this Corey Seager injury for however long it might be for. I think the biggest disappointment for me, kind of selfishly, is we don't get to see this lineup again for a little while. What a great lineup it was. I mean, did I nail that lineup tonight? Or did I nail it? I mean, 1,000 times, because we said for a long time on the show, move Seager to third. More RBI opportunity. Move the man to third in the lineup. Let Langford and Smith cook in front of him and give him as many RBI opportunity as you can. Sure enough, Bochy must be tuning in to Right on Rangers. Am I right? I mean, that it's a little too eerie how closely our lineups converge together. Now, I will say this. I would have probably hit Jock Peterson 7th. I'm just being a little bit picky here. But I loved Marcus Semien hitting 5th. And Simi loves to play the A's, man. Dude absolutely loves playing his former team. Should have known better. Should have known it was going to be the Marcus Semien series. Dude loves playing the A's. So great to see him get off to the start that he did in this series, hitting from the 5-hole. Can't complain about this Rangers offense very much tonight, can you? Like I said, the one thing I think that hurts tonight is Jock Peterson, 41 straight at-bats now without a hit, setting the record, the franchise record in your first 3 weeks with the club. it's hard for me to fathom it. At this point, I've gone from frustration to sadness. I just feel bad at this point for Jock Peterson. Dude can't hit to save his life right now. And I'm a big Jock Peterson fan. Those of y'all that have been listening to me for a while, you know this. Was a big time Jock Peterson fan. Loved the signing. Wish they would have done it in 24. I just feel bad for the guy at this point, and I'm kind of out of words. You just hope that he can snap out of this and it doesn't become an 0 for 45 or an 0 for 50. Appreciate the follows, by the way, all y'all. Thank you so much. I mean, that's my fear. This becomes like an 0 for 50. And now you're talking about more drastic measures, right? You're talking about benching. You're talking about really giving other guys some opportunities. I think it's still going to be a while. I think they're going to give him the remainder of April and into May. But if this continues a lot longer, I know there's going to be the usuals that are just going to tell me, it's early, give it time. We've talked about this. I'm not going to go down that path. You guys know how I feel about the people that keep saying give it time. Well, you wanted to see them keep the lineup the exact same for another month? Or do you want to see what we saw tonight? Right? Did you want them to just give it time and it's early and, let's just keep trotting out Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, and the same old 1 through 9 night after night? Or do you want to see what we freaking saw tonight? An offensive outpouring. And I don't think that it's out of left field that it comes because of the change. That is, to me, the number one reason why the Rangers ended up scoring as much as they did. You had a little shock sent through the offense. You had some guys in different spots mixing things up, and this is what you get. I'm going to get to all y'all's comments here in just a little bit. I didn't even do the intro. Y'all know the drill. Here at Right on Rangers, we cover everything sports, but we put a big emphasis on all the teams we love from the great state of Texas, including the Rangers and especially the Rangers during MLB season. Thank you for choosing Right on Rangers for all of your Texas Rangers content. Drop comments, drop your questions. Appreciate everybody that's followed so far. My goodness. Love all of the support, the likes, the comments. Y'all keep this show fresh. Y'all keep it going. Love y'all. Let's have a great show. It's 12 o'clock after midnight in Texas? We don't care. We're here. Mike, appreciate the gift, man. By the way, you're awesome. Appreciate the generosity. And we don't care. Late night, early, whatever. We got to talk ball. Let me get some comments here. Appreciate it. Macklin, yes, sir. Big sticks tonight. Big sticks tonight. Man, I loved it. Loved what I saw from the offense. It was just so fitting. Josh Smith walks to lead off the game, gets on base. You're like, here we go. Wyatt Langford single. Wasn't that first inning just like everything? Like all of us that have been banging our head against the wall, please change the lineup. Please change the lineup. All of a sudden we get walk, single, and then the runs just started coming. 2 runs in the first. You had 4 bombs tonight. You're just phenomenal. Mike, you're the man. Thank you so much, man. I see all the gifts. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Really means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Can't say that enough. John, what's up, man? The ump behind the plate, like we were up 8-2. Y'all saw that ump behind the plate, right? We were up 8-2, so I wasn't trying to go off. But had this been a close game, I can tell you 1,000% this would have been one of my hot topics for this game today. It bugs me. I got to say, do these umps just not have access to anything during the game? Like, y'all know how in the dugout, the guys will go down, like Corey Seager. You see Siegs all the time sitting with the iPad. Are these umps unable in between innings to get a little quick feedback? That's what I don't get at all. Maybe they're not allowed. Maybe it's a rule like no electronics, or I totally understand it. Maybe that's a rule, but shoot, like I think you got to have some immediate feedback if you're not going to go ABS challenge system. Like if you're not going to go ball strike challenge system, please Give the umps feedback in between innings. We were seeing strikes called like literally half a foot off the plate in the later innings of this one. It was freaking ridiculous. I'm just not a fan of no feedback. Maybe they get it and they're still bad anyways. Like, I don't know. I would love to have that question answered. Can these guys get some feedback? Are you calling too far outside? Are you calling pitches, strikes that are too low, too high? There's got to be an easy way to get feedback to these umpires, man. There's got to be. I don't know. I was frustrated as well. Was really frustrated as well. Jock did almost break the offer, right? Jock almost broke the offer. Super hard hit line drive right at the first baseman. It's kind of how it's been going, though, for Jock right now. I hate to say that, but it's just how it's going with his luck, man. Yeah, that stadium is wild. Caden, what's up, man? I got to admit, I'm happy at least the A's, they're playing in like kind of a full stadium at this point. Because the optics on the Coliseum were just not great. You had kind of a dump vibe anyways, but then you looked out into the seats and it was empty. Like, at least with this ballpark, I got to say, you feel like the game is somewhat well attended, even though I think there was a little less than 10,000 people there. Yeah, the crazy thing to me, Caden, is you got to walk out of left field to get to the clubhouse. Like Corey Seager with the freaking bad hammy has got to walk all the way to the left field wall beyond it to get to the clubhouse. Like, that's the biggest joke to me. My wife was watching the game with me tonight. Sometimes she'll do that. She's not the biggest sports fan, but slowly over all our years together, she'll watch a few games with me, do me a little favor, keep me company. And she was saying, why didn't they come to Las Vegas? We have a super nice AAA stadium here. It's the A's AAA affiliate, by the way. And it's super nice ballpark. Like, really nice ballpark, brand new. She's like, why didn't they come play in Vegas? They're gonna move here anyways. Oh, there was actually a little bit of a tiff between, I don't know if it's the owner, I don't know if that's the proper title for the AAA team, the president of the AAA team here in Vegas. Again, the Athletics AAA affiliate really didn't want the A's coming to play in the AAA stadium here. It's a much nicer stadium than Sacramento. If you ever are out in Vegas and you want to catch a game before the A's actually are here in town, highly recommend. It's a beautiful ballpark, brand new as of like 2 or 3 years ago. I would much rather have come to Las Vegas and played in the AAA stadium here. It's super nice. Much better than the Sacramento stadium. I haven't even been to the Sac stadium, and I can tell you already, the Vegas ballpark, the Vegas AAA park here out in Summerlin, much nicer. We keep going. Yeah, agreed. Stadium was super tiny. Yeah. Vegas one, no brainer. I think there was a little bit of tiff with the president of the AAA team here, not wanting the A's to take away anything from the ballpark, not get it all mucked up or overused. I have no idea. No idea. Wyatt Langford is that guy, though. Wyatt Langford tonight, what was he on base 4 times? My goodness. 4 times. You think he likes hitting in the 2-hole? On base 4 times, dropped a no-doubter bomb, OPS at 10-11. This kid. What a guy, man. He just doesn't even miss a beat. That's what I love. Frisco, he rakes, and then he comes back up to the big league club and rakes as well. 292 average, 10-11 OPS, 3 for 4 on the night. Oh, Wyatt Langford, love him hitting in that 2 spot. Love him hitting in the 2 spot. Yeah, Caden, I missed your comment, but totally found that funny as well. They got to go to the outfield. Tomorrow might be a different story, only because Corey Seager's not playing. And even then, I don't know if it's going to mean the Rangers don't win the ballgame. I think that Texas is going to be okay for a time without Corey Seager. Clearly, you don't want to not have Seager for the playoffs, but Texas is going to be able to weather the storm. No, appreciate you tuning in, by the way. No, obviously, we're a Rangers feed here, but everybody's welcome. Y'all know that. The real ones know that. Everybody's welcome. Mariners fans, A's fans, whoever. Come hang out, talk ball. Do I think Langford is one of the best players right now in general? That's a really good question. I mean, the homer in me wants to say yes, 1,000%. I do think Wyatt Langford's one of the top ball players in the game. I think, though, right now, what we can say very firmly is he's going to be. He's going to be. He's already shown a lot of signs. Right now, there's a whole year's worth of tape on him. So if you were going to sit around and say, well, yeah, he kind of got lucky his first year. I don't know. I don't think that's a really sound argument. There's a year's worth of tape on Wyatt Langford, what his tendencies are, all of that. It's not to say that he's not going to have some valleys, but I think he's got a lot of very good tools. He's fast. He's got all the pop in the world. Seems to be a smart baseball player as well. Like, I can't say there's been a lot of Wyatt Langford plays where I've been like, what the heck was he thinking? Leote. Can't say the same thing. I will say Wyatt Langford, I think he's got all the tools to be a 30-30 player. And I've said that for a number of months now. I think Wyatt could go 30 for 30-30. 30 for 30 is the ESPN documentary. 30-30. There we go. That, I think, is his usual. Could he be a 40-40 guy? I don't know if he's going to be a guy that steals 40 bags. I could see 25-30 on a regular basis. I think 30-30, absolutely. Let me keep going. Israel, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you so much. And look, everybody on TikTok that's followed along the way, appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Really means a lot. Keep going. What are my thoughts on Seager? Kind of already talked a little bit about Siegs. So you're always, I think, in the course of a 162-game season, you're always going to have a time where Corey Seager's out of the lineup. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Y'all know I love Corey Seager. My favorite current Texas Ranger. Love Corey Seager. I think there's some other guys that are giving him a little bit of a run for the money for favorite Ranger right now. But I will say Corey Seager for a long time has been my favorite Texas Ranger. Currently. Josh Hamilton all time. And we're not going best Ranger of all time by stats. We're just saying, hey, who's your favorite, right? Josh Hamilton, all-time favorite. Corey Seager, current favorite. So I think Corey Seager being out right now, it's not a shock. I think it's something that the Rangers are going to be able to overcome. With me, hear me out, I don't think you change 1-2 in the lineup. Regardless of the Seager injury, I think you go ahead and you keep it exactly the same 1-2. I want to see Josh Smith lead off. I want to see Wyatt Langford in the 2-hole. I know this might be controversial. I want to see Marcus Semien in the 3-hole. We did it last year. We did it in, June or July of last season. It had mixed results. But I think he is about the only guy that at this point I want hitting in the 3 spot. I really don't want to move Josh Smith back to the 3 spot. I don't want to move him back. I would like to see 1-2 stay exactly the same. They lit the fire that this offense needed. They got the fire started. 1-2, Josh Smith, Wyatt Langford. I want to see those guys stay right there. Give me Marcus Semien 3-hole. You keep Doley 4. You can move Josh Young up to the 5 spot. You have maybe after that, Jake Berger 6, Jock Peterson 7. I think Marcus Semien needs to hit 3-hole. I think he has a knack for getting hits with guys on base. I think him hitting back, not hitting leadoff, there's just a different type of pressure. I think it's a good one for him. I think you've got a totally different mentality when you're leading off games versus hitting with base runners on. I want to see Marcus Semien slide up to that 3 spot. Now I'm invested, y'all. I want to see what's Bochy going to do with this. I just don't think with how good Wyatt Langford and Josh Smith got the party started from up top, I say don't mess with that. Don't mess with it. Move Simi up to 3. You could move Doley up to 3, I guess. I'd rather see Simi hit 3. He's done it before. We know he's got enough pop. He loves playing the A's. So you see how it goes for the next couple of series. Then you head over to San Francisco. I mean, this is Marcus Semien's home area, right? He grew up in the Bay Area. I'm all for letting Simi cook from the 3 spot. I know he's had a rough season, but if you move Marcus up to 3, I think the rest of the lineup can stay relatively the same. You can hit Josh Young 5. You can hit Berger 6. You can hit Jock Peterson 7. And then you got Higgy, Heim, and I guess we're going back to Leote. I know I come off as a hater, man. I know I do, but can we get Dustin Harris playing center? Like, please. Can we get Dustin? Can we get Dustin in the 9-hole tomorrow? Do we have to go back to Leote? I mean, look, I think it's coming. I think Leote is going to be penciled in tomorrow. I would love to see Dustin Harris 9-hole. Think about that. You got DH, you got Dustin Harris 9-hole, you got Josh Smith, you got Wyatt Langford, and then you got Simi. I love that. Love it. I'm okay with Simi hitting in that 3 spot for now. I think 5 is ideal if Siegs is obviously healthy and playing, but don't mess with the lineup too much. Just plug Simi into the 3 spot and then bump everybody up a spot from there. I love it. 100% though, give me Harris over Leote. Give me Harris over Leote. I think Harris should have been in the game today. Put Dustin Harris out in center field. He's giving you more quality at bats than Leote Taveras at this point. I couldn't get mad because we were winning, but a small part of me burned a little bit inside. Why can't we just give Dustin Harris reps? Why do we have to put Leote in that spot? Again, trying to be positive, not trying to go negative, scorched earth after a win like this. Great win for the Rangers, right? But we like to be a little picky. And when you win, that's the beauty of it, right? You won. Now let's dissect some things and let's be a little picky about what could be even better for this club. Yeah, that's a good point. Pilar's probably going to be starting tomorrow, right? Pilar's probably going tomorrow. They've got, is it JP Sears? Feels like JP Sears, we made him look like Cy Young last year. Am I just totally misremembering that? It feels like JP Sears dominated us last year. Maybe it was just maybe it was just like a game, and then the other game we hit him. I don't know. But anyways, did I turn TikTok comments off? My goodness, I didn't mean to do that, y'all. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna try and fix this right now, y'all. Thank you for somebody telling me. Jeez. What do we got going on here? I have no idea. You know why? I almost guarantee, as the channel has gotten bigger, they add all of these services and stuff to my lives, subscriber and all that stuff. By the way, if y'all ignore, do it, don't do it, it's not a big deal either way, but I think that's probably what's going on here. Shoot. Allow comments. Filter comments. Dang. I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure it out on the fly, y'all. Shoot. Let me see if I can fix this, though. Seriously. I'll see if I can fix this. We'll keep going, though. Okay? Yeah, if you guys want to come to YouTube for a second, if you got some comments for me while I figure this out, if you don't care, just keep hanging out then. I'm going to figure this out, though. This is stupid. We got to get comments back on. Oh, I think I got it. Y'all let me know if you can comment now. I see I got a bunch of people. Let me know if y'all can comment now. We got it? All right. Y'all send me a comment. Let me know. Dude, sorry about that. I'm glad somebody... Yes! Okay, we got it. You know what happened? I had the subscription added to my account. I hit 5,000 followers, and they're like, you're eligible for a subscription. Whatever. So I guess sub-only comments was turned on. Didn't even do that, y'all. Anyways. Appreciate y'all. Sorry about that. Never trying to turn the comments off like that. Y'all know. I am Hard Chuck. By the way, this is something that I want to do. I'm actually working on a Discord, and here's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm going to do as the channel gets bigger, y'all. But some of the OGs that have been with me from the beginning, I do want to get into a Discord so we can chat during the game. I would love to do that because I'll tweet and I'll post during the entire game, but I would love to be able to talk ball with y'all. And so I'm thinking about getting that done. And then eventually, as the channel gets bigger, I'll probably make it like a subscription thing. Like, hey, $3 a month if you want to be in the Discord. But I want to get all the OGs ahead of time. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to keep you posted on when that's coming. I've kind of started to create the Discord and the private channel. So if that's something you're interested in, I know you can send me a DM on TikTok or whatever app you follow me on, but just let me know as it gets closer. I'll make an announcement and I'll say, hey, I'm about to launch it. DM me if you want to get into the Discord. And then I'll probably have like a cutoff date. And then from that point on, anybody else that wants to join, I'll probably have it be a sub thing, $2-3 a month, whatever it is. Something like that. Y'all let me know what you think. But I would love to get something like that started. I want to honor the people that have been supporting from the very beginning. If y'all want to support with the sub, or if y'all want to do something else in that nature, great. But I want to make sure that I give back to the people that have really got me off the ground here. And that's y'all. Some of you guys that have been watching for a year and a half now. Isn't that crazy? Thank you so much. I might need some moderators. So yeah, look, let me figure it out a little bit. But yes, when we get the Discord off the ground, I'll definitely probably reach out to some of y'all that are interested. Want to make sure that I'm not the only one monitoring that, because I've got a lot going on myself and I need a little bit of help. So for sure, if I got to 1 million subs, that would be insane. Because I'm a little bit niche with Rangers, I think it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's impossible. 1 million subs would be freaking insane. Hey, look, I never thought I would get to like 6,000 on TikTok. So look, I want to stay humble. This is a great place for me to be right now. If it gets bigger, awesome. But I genuinely am just going to be happy with whatever comes my way. Seriously. We keep going. John, you know what? I'm here for it. Y'all know how I feel like, and I know I got some questions and comments to get to, but look, I am a diehard. I'm not a sugarcoater. I am genuinely glass half full when it comes to the Rangers. Like, seriously, I am pretty glass half full. Y'all don't hear me. Seager injured, end of the world. No, it's not. But I'm all about being a fan. And a part of being a fan is the highs, the lows, the complaints, the praise. It's everything. It's what makes it awesome. So if we get the Discord going, it's all good. We got to let it rip sometimes. And I'm a big fan of that. Oh, no. Ace, now you're misunderstanding me, buddy. So my idea is anybody that has been already following, subscribed, I just want to make this clear. My plan, anybody that's already following that wants to be a part of it, come be a part of it, right? I'll let you know when I'm launching it. But then, like, after a certain point, whatever, June 1st, July 1st, after that, I'll probably make it a subscription thing. So, look, Ace, you can join for free, buddy, if you really want to. But if you don't. But after a certain point, that's probably what I'll do. Kind of weeds out some people that, really are just trying to troll or not really that serious, right? We want people in the Discord that actually are all kind of at the same level, diehards, people that want to talk ball. That's kind of the idea. So if you don't get it, whatever, but that's kind of my plan. How are we feeling about Armstrong? Yeah, I don't know. I think Armstrong for me is a guy I've never felt super great about. But tonight, let's read the box score. He goes 2/3, 1 walk, 1K, 3.12 ERA. Like the stats aren't bad, but I just don't get a great feel. Like, there's guys that come into the game and you feel really confident that they're going to do well. I just don't know if I'm feeling great. Keep going. Let's see. How long do we keep hoping? Like, oh, okay. I see what you're saying. How long basically do we keep hoping for Jock to get better, right? I think he's going to be the guy for another month or so. I think he's going to be the guy. So I don't see a change coming until maybe mid-May on Jock. I don't know. That would be sweet if we could find 1 million Rangers fans out there eventually. I'm sure there are like millions of Rangers fans. Like DFW is a big enough area. I mean, maybe not diehards, but I'm sure there's a million Rangers fans out there. Are we going to get them all to ride on Rangers? Hey, look, I'll try. And y'all can help me out with that as well. Share some videos. A diehard. You know what I'm about to say. Spread the word. Keep going. Could Jock struggles be because he's strictly DH? I thought Jock DH'd a lot in Arizona. Am I just not remembering that right? I thought he was a DH a lot. So I'm not sure about that. I don't know. We keep going. Let's see. That hat is sweet. Oh, I just got this hat, actually. I didn't even know this hat existed. I think some of y'all know my anniversary was last week. Wife and I, 5 years now married. Love her to death. Best thing that ever happened to me. She got this hat for me and this shirt. So I'm supporting some new threads, hat, shirt. Man, I love it. It's great. This hat's super cool. I didn't even know that this hat was an option, the all navy blue. We keep going. Some of y'all's comments are hilarious, by the way. Jock was only a DH last year. Thank you, Ultra Modern. Appreciate it. I thought that was the case. Do I think Adolis could maybe focus on hitting the ball for hits instead of just a big home run swing? That is what it is with Dolly, though, right? Like, it feels that way sometimes. Like, he hits the big walk-off a few days ago, and then you're like swinging out of your shoes the next couple of games trying to duplicate it. When Dolly's just like balanced up there, just doing with the ball exactly how it's coming to him, I think that that's when he's at his best. Like, take what the game is giving you. You don't always have to hit the big home run. Anyways, we keep going. Let's see. Let me go to TikTok. I've been neglecting y'all, and I had the comments turned off on y'all like for the first 30 minutes of the show. Thank you for being patient with me. All right. We good now? Appreciate all y'all. Shane, if you're still hanging out, what's good, man? Good to see you, buddy. Go Rangers, Dylan. Yes, sir. We got the first Cal Raleigh comp of the night. Absolutely wouldn't be a Right on Rangers Live without a Cal Raleigh comp. Standing ovation for Josh H. Smith. Yes, sir. I got a Josh H. Smith short video in the works. I got the script all written up. I'll probably be putting it out maybe tomorrow, maybe on Thursday. Josh H. Smith, little highlight origin story, if you will. Of course, y'all remember who we have to thank for Josh H. Smith, right? Y'all know Joey Gallo, that trade. That's who we got to thank. Joseph Nicholas Gallo. That was the Josh Smith trade right there. So little origin story video coming out, little Josh H. Smith fanboy video. I'll be making that. It'll be great. And that'll probably be out Thursday, maybe. Tomorrow video will probably be the Corey Seager injury. And spoiler alert, what I would like to see happen with the lineup with Corey Seager probably being out for a few days. So y'all already know how I feel. Marcus Semien in the 3-hole. Keep going. T-Money, what's good, man? Thank you. Appreciate it. Lineup was great tonight. Standing O for every arm we have. Yeah. I really love to see Guys like Hobie Milner, who y'all know I love. I know he gave up a run tonight. Look, he had a couple of tough hits, like bloops. What are you going to do? A lot of soft contact. So Hobie Milner gives up a run. I thought it was pretty weak all the way around. Not anything super squared up. Tough luck for him, but Hobie Milner's been awesome. Jacob Webb kind of got rocked a little bit. Luke Jackson dominating. The only thing I don't love about Jackson, if I could just be a little picky, y'all, is I would really like to have closers or a closer with strikeout stuff. And you've got a guy that pitches a lot to contact in the ninth inning. I don't love that. I do love getting outs, though. So as long as he's getting outs, I'm going to try not to go over the top complaining. But I will say this, I like a guy in the ninth inning that can get a little bit more swing and miss. And you're not seeing that a lot out of Luke Jackson, but he's getting it done. So let's maybe just tentatively be hopeful on that one. We did see Leclerc tonight, though, although what the heck happened to him? I had the sound off when he went out with the injury. I was doing a bunch of stuff around the house. What happened to Leclerc? If any of y'all know, drop it in the comments for me. We keep going. Appreciate all y'all hanging out, man. This is awesome. Jock looks like his setup and hands are off. Bat speed is suffering. Brandon, I would agree with you. It just looks lost a little bit at times up there. I know he hit a ball hard tonight right at somebody, but I would agree with you. It just looks a little lost at times. What are we thinking about Corey? Not surprised. Corey always misses some time. Like, if you can get 140 plus games out of Corey in a season, great season, outstanding season. If he only misses 20, 22 games, I think Corey's a 125 guy at this point in his career. He's probably going to miss about 37, 38 games. And that's just rest days over the course of the year. He's going to have a couple of times where he needs a couple weeks off, 2-3 weeks off. So I think at this point, I'm not shocked at the Seager injury. I think the Rangers can overcome it. I'd move Marcus Semien to the 3-hole. I don't really love Josh Young to the 3-hole. Ultramodern, if you're still hanging out. I think Josh Young tonight, did he have a decent game tonight? I think he had a walk, but went over. I think Josh Young is in a cold streak. I know he rakes against lefties, and the Rangers are playing a lefty tomorrow. But I really do feel like Marcus needs to be the 3-hole for right now. You had him hit 3-hole last year. He had a great night. Look, you've got a situation where you need somebody, a veteran, I think, that can come in and man that RBI spot. Josh Young, clearly a guy that's been in the league for a couple of years. I like Josh Young, preferably 5th, 6th in the order, not 3rd. My goodness, please no Hard Chuck. Hard Chuck says Pilar in the 3-hole. I hope that was sarcasm, Hard Chuck. Lord have mercy, no. Lord have mercy, no to Kevin Pilar in the 3-hole. I mean, look, here's who I wouldn't be mad at being in the 3 spot. Dolly. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't love it, but I wouldn't be mad. Josh Young, yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Josh Young in the 3-hole. Let me see. Maybe. Is that it? I don't think anybody else. Josh Smith, if they move him back to the 3-hole, or Wyatt Langford, I guess. But I would much rather see Josh Smith, Wyatt Langford stay right there 1-2. He does rake against lefties, but okay, as long as we are understanding, Kevin Pilar has his limitations. Like, I know that he had a 300 plus average against lefties last year. I don't think that means we have to hit him in the 3-hole. Let me see. Yeah, look, let me see. Let me show y'all the hat, by the way. I know I'm kind of up high. It's just all navy, right? Navy on navy logo. So there y'all go. A little bit better look at the hat. I know y'all can see it on TikTok real good. I think this is on Fanatics. I'm pretty sure that's where my wife got it for me. So, Fanatics. Appreciate y'all. Seager, I don't think is going to be out of the Hall of Fame. This is actually, I think, a really cool discussion. Like a great topic. Honestly, I might make a video out of this. So here's my thing with Corey Seager Hall of Fame. Regardless of the injuries, you have four people, Corey Seager's one of them, in baseball history that have won 2 World Series MVPs. 4. Corey Seager's a lock for the Hall of Fame. There's no way Corey Seager's not a Hall of Famer. Period. Maybe that's a hot take to some people. Corey Seager is one of 4 people to win multiple World Series MVP awards in the game of baseball. Dude's a lock for the Hall of Fame. There's no way that he misses out on the Hall of Fame. I don't think. I think if he continues to play at this pace, 115, 120 games a year, he's going to get his stats. So to me, Corey Seager, if he stopped playing baseball today, maybe. But even then, I still think just the fact that he has 2 World Series MVPs, I just don't see them leaving him out. I think he is a lock for the Hall of Fame if he continues to play 5-6 more years. I don't see any way he gets left out. The only way I think he could get left out is if he suddenly stopped playing like right now and didn't accumulate any more stats. All right, keep going. Berger has been mashing lately. It was good to see the homer. I don't know if Berger is back. I hope he is. I'm not all the way sold on Berger quite yet. I like Berger, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'm sold on him being back in a groove. I hope he is, but home run tonight was a good start. Higgy 0 for 4. Higgy's cooling off a little bit. We had a nice start from Higgy. I know we're being a little hard on him, but he's cooled off a little bit. We keep going. Yeah, again, with 2 different teams. Thank you. I don't know if that's ever been done. I'm trying to think what I remember reading when Corey Seager won it in 2023. I don't know if there's anybody else that's won it with multiple. I bet there is, because I think that would have got a little bit of a bigger deal made out of it. But there's only 4 people in Major League history that have won multiple World Series MVPs. Corey Seager's one of them. I can't see him getting left out of the Hall of Fame. Keep going. Christian, yep. Patrick Corbin, solid pickup. Corbs goes 5 innings, 2 earned runs. That's all you need out of him. Like, that's Andrew Heaney right there, basically. Like, Corbin, to me, is 2024 Andrew Heaney. Like, he's giving you 5 or 6 innings. He's keeping you in the game and giving you a chance to win. I see Patrick Corbin in 2024 Andrew Heaney being nearly identical. So, excellent pickup, excellent find. Not a shock, though, for Chris Young. Chris Young always seems to find these guys last second, and they end up being pretty solid down the stretch. Totally. Cripple King, I agree 100%. Gary, I'm with you. That's why I said keep Smith and Langford up front. Keep Smith, keep Langford 1-2. Move Simeon to 3 with Seager being out, and then you can move everybody up from there. Doley can hit 4. I would actually rather hit Josh Young 5. They haven't hit Josh Young in the 3 hole all year, so I just can't see them doing it now. Maybe they will tomorrow night. But I think you keep Simeon 3 and then Doley 4, Josh Young 5, Berger 6, Jock Peterson 7, catcher spot, and then I'd go Dustin Harris 9. Shoulder pain for Leclerc. Appreciate that. Shoulder soreness. And he didn't throw Doley a fastball the entire at bat. Y'all saw that, right? You know he's got to love striking out Doley. He went like slider, changeup. Doley just whiffing it, everything. Think he was waiting on that 98-mile-an-hour cheddar from Leclerc. It just never came. Whew. Josh H. Smith is the MVP. Out for a few days. If you're talking about Seager, I think he's probably going to be out a week and a half. I would be shocked if we saw him again on this road trip. Maybe when we get back to Arlington next week, I could see him being back. it all depends on the MRI. I think they're getting an MRI tomorrow. Do they dare bring up Walcott if Seager is out for a month? I don't think so. I think you're going to just ride with Josh Smith at shortstop. And with Dustin Harris's emergence, I don't think you really have a hole in the outfield. You were going to play Josh Smith in the outfield, right? So you really don't have a hole in the outfield if you got Dustin Harris with the at-bats and with the hitting that he's been doing. So I don't see Walcott coming up. No, I don't think there's any shot he's coming up. Keep going. What beer should I throw to Josh H. Smith at the parade? Your favorite. That's what you got to do. Write a little message on it. To my prince, Josh H. Smith. That's what you got to do. Love it. Harry, that's what you got to do. Get your favorite beer, write him a little note, chunk it at him. And keep going. Leiter pitched really good tonight, by the way. Did y'all see Leiter's stat line? Leiter went 5 1/3, I think 2 base runners, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs. So Leiter not missing a beat, just like Wyatt Langford, man. He's going on that IL and then totally coming back and doing his thing. I guess the real test will be when he gets his next major league start. But looked great for Round Rock tonight. So good for Jack Leiter. 100%. Jock turning it around soon. I don't know. Don't know how I feel about Jock and when he's going to get back into the good graces. I think it might be a second. That's the thing. Now he knows he's got this record. Your first 3 weeks with the club, man, just sucks. Just sucks. I don't know if they're going to trade Jock. Doubt it. Keen Dog was clutch in 23. Yeah, he was. He was clutch in 23. He was solid in 24. I know that the numbers tapered off a little bit, but Andrew Heaney got terrible run support last year. I know y'all remember that. Andrew Heaney's run support was awful. Awful last year. Andrew Heaney could have won easily, like probably 12, 13, 14 games. We just never gave him run support last year. It was crazy. Bryson, Fanatics. Go on Fanatics. I'm pretty sure it's on there right now. I was looking while I was talking to y'all. I'm pretty sure it is. Wife got it for me. Pretty sure she ordered it right off Fanatics. So check it out if you like the hat. I'm about to get... and guys, I get the Armed Forces hat every year. I love... let me see if I got it. This is my favorite Armed Forces hat that they ever came out with. Love this one. Y'all see me wearing this one on Sundays a lot. Love this Armed Forces hat. I saw the Armed Forces hat for this year. I don't love it personally. I'm just being real with y'all. I like darker hats. That's just me. But you know what? I love the Armed Forces. Y'all know I got a brother serving in the Army. I know I got some veterans, some people that are in active duty that follow along at Right on Rangers. And y'all got to know how thankful I am for everybody that serves and has served and has given their life serving. So I buy the Armed Forces hat every single year. Big supporter, proud supporter of the military. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting that hat. I'll be sporting it soon. Be sporting that hat very, very soon. Keep going. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Carter doing better? Let's do a little Evan Carter watch right now. MILB.com. Let's check it out. What did he do at Round Rock tonight? Game got suspended. The Aviators, Las Vegas Aviators are at Round Rock right now. That's who I was talking about earlier, the AAA affiliate of the Athletics. It's Las Vegas Aviators. The game is delayed right now for rain, and Evan Carter is 1 for 2 with the double. But that game is in a rain delay right now. Actually, they suspended it. So maybe it's not going to be starting up till tomorrow. Good for Evan Carter. 1 for 2 with the double tonight. I like that. Appreciate the follows, by the way. What's my favorite giveaway that I've gotten from a game? Oh, shoot. There's some pretty sweet bobbleheads that I've gotten over the years going to games, but I don't go to very many games anymore. So now I got to rely on my friends to hook me up with something. I've had a number of friends, like this Nate Lowe bobblehead, one of my best friends, decided to give this one to me as a gift. Super generous and appreciative of that. Same thing. I got my Peagle bobblehead a couple days ago. Somebody was kind enough to send that one to me. So I got to mooch off generous people to get my giveaways at this point, unless I'm going to a game. So, yeah, look, probably a bobblehead to answer your question. Keep going. A Rafael Palmeiro bobblehead. That is sweet. I think I got a Pudge. I have a Pudge Rodriguez one. It's buried away somewhere safe. I have a bunch that are still in the box, brand new. And one day, like maybe when I have like my own like studio, office, whatever you want to call it, I'll definitely have some shelves and I'll get all my bobbleheads up there, have a nice, beautiful background. Maybe I'll do the wide shot instead of the portrait mode shot for all y'all that are watching on YouTube and X and Facebook and all that good stuff. Yeah, Corbin's a good pickup in fantasy for sure. If you don't have, especially if you're in like a deep league where you got like 12 or 14 teams, those are crazy, by the way. Crazy. Michael Young one, Samuel, that's sick. Mike Young one, yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Pudge Rodriguez bobblehead's probably my favorite one ever. Foskew's raking again in AAA? What? Foskew raking? Now I got to go back. Hardchuck, what is raking? This better be like a 350 average. Come on now. Oh, not far off. 345. All right. I'm with you. That is raking. 345. You know, I'm kind of happy for Justin Foskew. Now he doesn't have the dubious record. 0 for 39 was Justin Foskew at one point last year. Jock Peterson took that mantle away from him. Justin Foskew, who knows? He probably doesn't care. But look, I'm breathing a little bit easier. If somebody finally took that god-awful record away from me, thank you. Justin Foskew raking down in AAA. 345 average. Yes, sir. Look, Foskew needs another shot. He deserves another shot. I didn't love how much they played him last year when he clearly looked over his skis. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I don't cheer for people to fail, but you just know. A lot of us have been watching this game for a long time. You can tell when a guy is over his skis, when he's lost up at the dish. Foskew looked lost last year. And they just continued to trot him out there, just hoping that he would find that click. And it just never happened. So I really hope that Foskew is not what I would call a quadruple A player, really good at AAA. Then you bring him up to the major leagues and they just can never find success. Like, I hope he's not one of those guys. Sam Huff was kind of like that. Y'all remember Sam Huff? I think the Giants picked him up who were about to play, right? Huff was kind of a quadruple A. Like, he was good in AAA, and then he'd come up to the major leagues and could never get rolling. So for me, Foskew, I want to see him get another shot. I can't say at this point I trust him to carry over the 345 average into the major leagues. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but you got to prove it, Justin Foskew. That 0 for 39 was brutal. Is that right? We got an 0.48 average for Foskew last year. Ugh. What's Blaine Krim doing? Blaine Krim's hitting 322, so we got Foskew and we got Krim. 345 Foskew, 322. Both guys have over a 950 OPS right now. That'll play. Who else is doing well down there? Freeman, third baseman. Okay. Good stuff. Cody Freeman having a pretty nice year so far. Evan Carter about to get over the Mendoza line. Now we're cooking with gas. Walcott, let's see. Let's check on Osuna and Walcott. We haven't done this in a while. So I know not all of us love looking at the minor league squads, but you know what? I've gotten more into it over the years. Let's check out what the heck is Walcott and Osuna and Ortiz. What are all those dudes doing down in AA right now? Let's check this. 3-2 win for the Rough Riders tonight. Very nice. They played Corpus Christi. Played the Hooks tonight. All right. Rough Riders are 11-5, first in the division. Love to see that. All right, box score. Box. Let's go. So Osuna led off tonight. He's been hitting 3-hole a lot. So he led off tonight. 1 for 4, 246. Walcott was 1 for 5. He's hitting 259. Ortiz, 2 for 4, 250. So look, a lot of those dudes not cooking with gas quite yet, as we like to say. Not firing on all cylinders yet. But you know what? It's early, right? That's what they always say. It's early. That's why I don't think we're going to see Walcott with the Seager injury. I know a few people have thrown that out there. Walcott, right? If Seager's out for a month, Gary, I know you threw that out there if you're still hanging out. It's a valid question. I just don't think Walcott's ready. And I think right now with Dustin Harris's emergence, just have Josh Smith play shortstop and you've got another outfielder. Right now you've got Doley, Langford, you've got Pilar, you've got Dustin Harris, you've got Leote, you've got 5 outfielders right now. Like, you're good. You're good. David Robertson didn't retire. He's actually still a free agent. Gio, what's good, man? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yep, Rangers win. Score 7+. Hello. It is a good night to be a Rangers fan. How long have I been a Rangers fan? I'm scrolling back a little bit with the comments. 30, almost 30 years. Since I was real little, pretty close to 30 years. Nothing special, bro. Nothing special at all. Little old-fashioned water and washcloth, brother. That's about it. Hard Chuck, absolutely. Thank you to everybody for their service. If you've served in the armed forces, absolutely. And we're getting a little weird in the comments here. Some of y'all, I gotta block some of these weirdos. Woof. I don't know, y'all. I don't even mess around. I'm not trying to read some of this. Sorry, y'all. I wish I would have seen some of that sooner. Oh, my goodness. Young can also play outfield? What? When did Josh Young play outfield? You talking about Josh Smith? When did Josh Young play the outfield? I've never heard of Josh Young playing outfield. Josh Smith could play the outfield too, but we're just saying with the Seager injury, right? We have a shortstop clearly in place right there, and you've got 5 other outfielders. You've got 6 with Josh Smith, right? You've got Doley, Langford, Leote, you've got Smith, you've got Harris, you've got Pilar. You got way too many outfielders, I think, as it is. So I don't think they're going to be doing anything crazy. Josh Smith go to shortstop and somebody else will fill in the outfield. Webb was shaky. I'm not huge on Armstrong or Webb. I know Armstrong's numbers are not terrible. I'm just saying it's a feel, and I don't feel great when those guys come into the game. But it was an 8-2 or 8-3 lead when Webb comes in. So, whatever. You got to eat up an inning, right? You got to eat up an inning at some point. Luke Jackson, man, he's got a 3 ERA. Dude's been dominant like the last 7 outings, but just that first outing on opening day just jacked that ERA up so high. He's not even under 3 ERA yet, and he's been, 7-8 outings since opening day? My goodness. Imagine if the A's paid Simeon. Should have, but that's just not their style. Yeah, they should have paid him. Toronto paid him. We paid him. They should have. I think, I wonder how he feels about it. Like, I haven't seen any interviews from Simi, but I got to imagine he loved playing in his home area, right? Y'all know Simi's a Bay Area guy. I would imagine he would have loved to have played there his whole career. You're playing in front of family. You're playing in the place you grew up. And that's kind of the dream, isn't it? I know the dream's to win a World Series, but he checked that box already. But, yeah, A's way too cheap. Just not going to happen. Yeah, Hobie Milner was super unlucky. We talked about that. Couple of hits, blue pits. What are you going to do? So Hobie Milner's box score doesn't look great, but the ones that watch the game, we know better. How long of a leash does Jock get? I think mid-May, and then they're going to make some decisions on him. Let me go to this lineup here. I know you've been posting this a couple of times. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Corey, Josh, Wyatt, Adolis, Marcus, Young, Berger, Jock, Harris. I don't know about Corey leading off, though. I don't know if I do Corey leading off. I like having speed. I like having Corey Seager with a lot of RBI opportunity. I don't want to see Corey Seager leading off. I like what we've got with the 1-2 right now. It could be in any order. Langford could lead off and Smith hit second. I think that would probably work too, honestly. But I really like the 1-2 punch, Smith, Langford, and then you have a guy like Seager behind. Look, 40-40 to me, I don't know if Wyatt's going to be a guy that steals that many times. I think 30-30. I think that's his every year, what he can be, 30-30. 40-40, I think is going to be a stretch. I think I could see him hitting 40 bombs. I don't know if I could see him swiping 40 bags. It's not that he can't do it. I just don't know if they're going to be stealing him that much where he's going to be able to get 40 steals. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Appreciate the follows, by the way. I see a bunch of y'all have followed. Thank you. Wonder how many people we're up to at this point. Let me see if I can check the stats. Let me check this out. What are we up to? Man, I had this like a second ago. I gotta make my way around here. I'm getting too old. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Let me see. We got a bunch. This is great. Appreciate the likes. Thank you so much. I'll take 30-30 for sure. I'll definitely take 30-30 for sure. Turo, appreciate that. Thanks for that heart. Oh, man, what a night. What a night. They are running a ton this year. Leote was leading the league in steals for a while there. If Wyatt actually gets safe calls for stealing, unlike what happened, yeah, you're not going to get 40 steals getting calls like what we saw on Sunday, that instant replay. I was actually really proud of the TikTok social media world. I only had like 2 or 3 trolls coming at me telling me that the glove laces tagged Wyatt on the leg when he was up in the air. Like, come on now. Like, and that's the thing that I was saying, like, really, the umpire saw the glove laces touch in real time? Please. Please. Yeah. No. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night, man. We're about to wrap things up here anyway, so you're not going to miss too much else. Appreciate you. Predictions for everyone's stats at the end of this year? Oof. Let's go a few at a time. Let's go like a few a night. How about we do that? Who do you want to start with? I've already said Langford. I think it's going to be 30-30. And I think Wyatt, I think it's going to be close, but I say Wyatt barely hits 300. It's going to be close. I think Wyatt's going to be right around 300. And I'm going to say he goes 30-30. Josh Smith, I think this is the year Josh Smith hits over 300. I think he's going to hit over 300. Can he get to double-digit homers? That's going to be that'd be a good line. Over under Josh Smith 10.5 home runs. I don't know. The over's looking good right now on that one. It's looking real good. What did he do last year? Let me see what he hit last year. I don't think he got the double digits last year, did he? He got to 13 last year. That's going way over. How about 15.5? 15.5 home runs for Josh Smith. Is he going over 15.5? That's a good line. That one I like a little bit better. Absolutely, Robert. Have a good night as well. Bombi. El Bombi. I don't think Bombi's getting to 50. Y'all think he's getting to 50? I don't think he's getting to 50. I could see 40. I don't think he's hitting 50. Argue away if you do feel differently, but I think 50 is going to be a push. And I know that was the big number. Appreciate that, by the way. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate that. I don't think he's getting 50. I think he's probably going to get to 40 at best, and I think he'll be high 30s. That's my prediction for Dolly. High 30s in the home run total. Let me do some like one night at a time. So we did 3 there. I'm going to save like Simeon and Peterson for Friday night. That's actually a good segment. Low 30s for Bombi. I'm going to say high 30s. I don't think he's getting 40 or 50, but I'm going to say high 30s. Natalie, is that right? I don't know if he clarified. The comment is when Bombi said 50, was he talking about regular season only or postseason as well? I think he was talking regular season. That's the way I took it, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Berger. I think Berg probably ends up finding a way to get to 30 bombs this year just because he's done it the past 2 seasons. So I see Berger hitting 30 bombs. I'm going to go probably 240 average for Berg. 30 bombs. Give me 80 RBI. I'm going to go 80 RBI, 30 bombs, 240 average. Jock, 131, 11 homers, 39 RBIs. That is sad, but maybe not a super unlikely stat line. Yikes for Jock. Just yikes at this point. I'm scared about Seager right now. Don't be. It'll probably be 3 weeks. He'll be out. We'll probably see him by the end of May. It'll be okay. They can survive without Seager for a few weeks. I think it's going to be fine. It's not ideal. It's not as good of an offense without Corey. Clearly, I think we're going to be able to survive. I think we can make it. If he's gone for the whole season, yeah, that's a different story. We can make it 3 weeks without Corey Seager. I don't know if it's going to be 3 weeks. They got to do the MRI, but yeah, they can survive. They can survive. All right. Josh Smith, Gold Glove and Silver Slugger this year. Mark my words. We got a lot of marking going on today in the chat. A lot of mark my words. I love it. A lot of confidence brewing in this chat right now. I think Josh is definitely going to be in the mix for Silver Slugger. We'll see. I guess he probably is going to be utility again, right? With all these different positions he's playing. So I think he could 100% win the utility Silver Slugger again. Gold Glove is going to be tough. When you're a Gold Glover, do they give a utility Gold Glove? Do they do that? I feel like that's like the only way he ends up winning it. Let me see. Utility Gold Glove. They do the... Yeah, okay. They do Gold Glove utility players. So who won it last year? Gold Glove utility players. This only goes back to 2022. Beginning in 2022. So 2024 was Dylan Moore, Gold Glove utility player for the Mariners. Mauricio Dubon was the utility Gold Glover for the Astros. And then DJ LeMahieu was the Gold Glove utility player in 2022 for the Yankees. They just started utility Gold Glove in 2022. So could he go back-to-back, Sarah? I think you might be onto something, actually. I think you might be onto something. Ask ChatGPT. Look, I use ChatGPT so much now. Like, I didn't use it for the longest time, and then finally, like, I was like, I'm going to check it out. Now I use it all the time. Keep going. Yeah, I could totally see him winning both. That would be sweet. Garrett, appreciate the follow, by the way. Thank you so much, man, if you're still hanging out. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We got to go to bed. Shoot. It is about 1 a.m. in Texas right now. Oh, my goodness. This works out great for me on the West Coast. Like it's 11 o'clock right now. I can still get some good sleep ahead of me. I love when the games are on the West Coast. It's perfect. 5 o'clock is a little bit tough for me. Now, I don't live in Arlington. I grew up in Arlington, went to Arlington High School. So, look, Arlington native, but I've lived in Vegas for the last 15 years. Don't think I'll be moving back to Arlington anytime soon. I miss it, especially my best friends and Rangers games 100%. But I get back to Arlington usually once a year, sometimes once every couple of years. It depends, honestly, on what the Rangers are doing. Like, if they make a deep playoff run, I'm probably back in Arlington. Like, went to the World Series a couple of years ago. That was awesome. So, yeah, look, when it's games on the West Coast like this, it's perfect for me out in Vegas. In Ohio, it's 2:09 a.m., bro. 2:09 a.m. I appreciate the dedication. 2:09 a.m., man. I'm a night owl too, so look, that's totally something I would do. Be up at 2:10 for whatever, man. That's awesome. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. I think we're about to close it out for the night. Ultra Modern, appreciate you, by the way. What do we got tomorrow? DeGrom? I know somebody was asking about DeGrom. Like, what do I think he's going to do tomorrow? Dominate? Duh. DeGrom, dude. DeGromination. What else do you expect? Look, DeGrom tomorrow, I think, is going to be great. I think we needed to see him get a few games under his belt. And I think what you saw last start is what you're going to see a lot. Rockers tomorrow, though. So somebody misled me on the DeGrom start. Rocker tomorrow. DeGrom on Thursday? That must be it. Rocker versus Sears tomorrow. Rocker got hit around a little bit by the A's, but nobody with any homers off him. Blade is 1 for 3. Butler 1 for 3. Brown and Langoliers are both 0 for. Rooker's 2 for 3 against Rocker. Soderstrom 1 for 2. And then Wilson 2 for 2. Nobody's hit a home run off Rocker on the A's. On the other side, JP Sears. Garcia 182 batting average and 22 at bats. Jonah Heim looks like he's 3 for 13. Higgy 1 for 3. Josh Young 3 for 11 lifetime. Wyatt Langford 0 for 6 against JP Sears. Pilar rakes. Maybe this is what Hardchuck was talking about, the 571 average that Pilar has against JP Sears with the bomb. We probably will see Pilar tomorrow, probably playing center field. Seager did not hit against Sears very well last year. Looks like he's 2 for 13 lifetime. Marcus, 273 average and 22 at-bats. Marcus has 2 bombs off JP Sears. That's solid for tomorrow's game, like that. Leote, 2 for 15 with the home run, but we're not going to see Leote tomorrow. I don't think we're seeing Leote. Do I see Jock getting an IL stint? I don't know about IL stint. Turo, I agree. I love this Rangers logo, 100%. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do the Phantom IL thing to Jock. You know, I think they might bench him before they do that. What do I think about the Yankees? I think the Yankees were a lot better with Juan Soto. I know that's a little bit of a touchy topic right now with some of the back and forths that have been going on. Yankees fans, Mets fans, but I think they were a little more dangerous with Juan Soto. I like Bellinger. I like Goldschmidt. I like some of the guys that they added. Losing Garrett Cole for the year can't ever be a good thing. So I don't think the Yankees are poised to get back to the World Series, but I do think that they're still going to be a solid club this year. I don't think they're going to fall off a cliff, but I don't love their World Series chances, especially losing Garrett Cole, losing Juan Soto. Grandpa brought me into the Yankees. Hey, that's how it works most of the time. Family brings you into it. You inherit it. That was actually not my case for the Rangers. My dad, growing up, he loved the Minnesota Twins. And, he followed the Rangers a little bit, but he was kind of a big Twins fan. My grandpa was from Minnesota originally, and my dad actually grew up in San Antonio, but because my grandpa loved the Twins, he just followed the Twins too. And he kept his eye on like the Astros a little bit. Astros, of course, when they had Nolan Ryan and Scott and all those big names. But when we moved to Arlington, when I was really little, we all converted fully. I was kind of elementary age. Again, we're going back 25 to 30 years here. But yeah, look, it's totally makes sense to me. 100%. Did the Rangers spend a few seasons in Minnesota after the Senators? I did not know that. I got to brush up on my Rangers history, Benjamin. Appreciate you. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. Tomorrow and Thursday, I will not be going live. Sadly, got to go out of town, do some work. I'll be back on Friday. I'll probably be posting while I'm gone. So I would highly recommend if y'all have X or if you've got Threads, Facebook, what else? Blue Sky, shoot, whatever else app you love that's like that, I'll post during the game live. So if y'all want to get my reaction to different things, I'll probably post during the game on all 4 of those. So follow me on one of those. So we will be back on Friday for the Giants game. Friday night, we'll be at Oracle Park. I won't be there. I wish I was going, but I won't be at Oracle, but I'll be going live after the game at Oracle. And we will do a full breakdown of the rest of the A series. And of course, we'll talk about the result on Friday. I sure hope it'll be a win-win for the next 2. That would be nice. Although it is fun to get on after wins. I mean, losses, obviously, we got a lot to talk about, but tonight, good to see a win. Rangers take this one 8-5. They lose Corey Seager, but the lineup shakeup does the trick. Hopefully, Sieg's only gone for a few days or a few, I would say, weeks at the most. But I like the fact that the offense gets mixed up a little bit and we see our biggest outpouring of the season, 8 runs scored. Great stuff. Appreciate all the comments. Thank you so much for everybody that followed, that shared, that liked. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for keeping the show fresh. Grateful for all y'all. And we will be back again Friday night. Have a good week until then. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.